Hey everyone, Humphrey here with Router Guides. Again, we're going to do a quick video on the COVID 60-day extension for Thailand. So when you come into Thailand, there's two ways that you can come in. Well, there's probably at least two ways that you can come in. If you have an American passport, like I do, then you can do what's called a visa exception, visa exemption. Exception, exemption, it's one of those two. So basically, you don't get a visa beforehand, you land at the airport, you show up, you just have your passport, and they stamp it. And they're gonna stamp you with a 45-day, because this is COVID times, it's gonna be a 45-day allowance to stay. So it's going to look like this. Let me just show you how it looks like. Okay, it's gonna look like that. It's pink or red or whatever. It's going to have the date that they stamped it, and it's going to say the date that you are allowed. So in my case, I came in July 12th, and I was allowed to stay until August 25th. The reason, normally it's 30 days, but now it's 45 days because you have to do your 15 days of quarantine if you land into Bangkok. The Phuket guys, something different. Now those quarantine rules are going to change pretty soon. I think October 1st. They're going to do something else, but as of now, it's 45 days, 15 days of quarantine. Is if you want to stay longer, which most people do, then you do a 30-day extension, 30. And that's what I did in a previous video. I went to Muang Thong Thani, paid 1,900 baht, filled out a bunch of paperwork, and they stamped it with, I'll show you how that looks, this massive guy right here. It takes up half of your page, and so it shows that I got that on August 10th, and I was extended all the way up until September 24th, so another 30 days. That one you can go early, you don't need to wait until the last minute. I actually did it about 2 weeks early, and they give you the 30 days, not from that date, from the original date, so you don't lose any time. Okay, so you could do the 30-day extension once. Now you want to stay even longer, right? You want to stay more, more. I want to stay in Thailand more. Okay, so then what you do is the COVID 60-day extension, 60. And 1,900 baht, you go back to immigration. If you're in Bangkok, you go to Muang Thong Thani, the same building that you did your 30-day. If you're in Pattaya Jomtien, like I am right now, you go to Jomtien immigration. So each province has their own immigration. And I've got another video coming up where I talk about how I used a visa agent, so I played it a little differently this time. I used a visa agent because I didn't want to wait in line. And Jomtien immigration is a lot different than Muang Thong Thani. Muang Thong Thani immigration, there's barely any people, so you're in and out pretty fast. Jomtien immigration, holy crap. I got there on a Tuesday morning. I got there a little late. I got there at like 10 a.m. The line was freaking out the door. It was a madhouse. And I guess everyone has the same idea I do. Everyone's trying to do their 60-day extension. So before we go any further, the 60-day extension was slated to end. That program was slated to end the end of September. So people are rushing in to do it. That has now been extended. So the extension has been extended to where you can do it all the way up until November 27th, the last day of November. The 60-day extension can be done multiple times. So there's been people that have been here for, I don't know, almost a year just doing 60-day extension. Whereas the 30-day extension can only be done once per flight in or per entry in. And typically, the immigration officer will make you do your 30-day first. So you have to burn the 30-day first and then do the 60-day. Now, supposedly there's rumors on the internet and Reddit where people have gotten the 60-day off the bat. I guess it's possible if you find the right immigration officer and you bribe them. But in my circle of folks that I know, that's just been a rumor. No one's actually gotten a 60-day first. So 30-day, then the 60-day. So how does the 60-day look on your visa or on your passport? It was September 23rd, so that's the date it was stamped. And I'm good all the way up until November 23rd. Also on the 60-day COVID extension, If you do this yourself, what's probably going to happen is you'll show up to immigration, you have all your paperwork, and you pay them the 1900 baht, and they'll stamp your passport with something like this. It's an under consideration stamp. So this is a provisional, basically saying you've paid us the money, you've applied for it, but you're going to come back to immigration to get your real stamp. Now, because I used an agent, yes, they did stamp that, they did the under consideration stamp, but I guess on the same day they gave me the actual extension, so no worries there. But if you do this yourself, what happens a lot of times is you get the under consideration stamp, and then you have to come back in a week or whatever date they tell you, and you get the real stamp. I don't know what they do in between. They're reviewing your paperwork or whatever. They're making you sweat, or who knows, right? But supposedly the rumor is they're getting rid of that under consideration thing, and they're just stamping you with the real extension from now on. So I think that's it. Told you about the 60-day extension. You have to get your 30-day, then your 60-day. This gives you an extra 2 months to stay in Thailand. You can do this 60-day extension an unlimited amount of times until the program ends, which it keeps getting extended. And you could do this yourself. You could stand in line at immigration, fill out all the forms, or if you stay tuned for my next video, you can just pay someone 6,000 baht, which includes the 1900 for immigration. They stand in line for you, they fill out all your forms, they take care of all the paperwork, and and then you can spend the time that you saved at a bar or at a restaurant. Well, bars are technically closed, there's no alcohol. All right, Humphrey with Router Gods. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Also, if you're wondering, my iPhone is on the DJI OM5. It's got a face tracking feature, and wherever I move around, it's doing a pretty damn good job of following my face. Let me know in the comments if it's working. But yeah, that's pretty good. It's not too bad.